Good morning. Hello, guys. Welcome back.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Andre. How are you? Is it Andre or Andrea?
My name is Andrea. It's Andre. It's like some people call me Andre, but yeah, in Italy, Andrea is for guys. In Greece as well.
Great. Andrea, I'm gonna call you Andrea.
Yeah. I'm good. Only thing last week was like a bit unlucky because for 1 pips, I lost some profits and some went like stop loss and take profit. So yeah, I'm okay. I saw some charts on the Telegram if you wanna have a look when we have time.
Yeah, sure. It's just you can't leave trades go in negative just because of one pips. You gotta take profit. It doesn't matter if it's 9 pips and you need 10. Just take the profits. It doesn't matter if you don't fully take profit every time. It matters consistency. You win many trades, and for 1 or 2 pips, it's not gonna matter that much because most of the trades are gonna be wins. And this is the problem on the beginning. You gotta take whatever the market gives you, and you don't have to be very picky to wait for the perfect take profit or 1 or 2 pips left and not close. Just take the profits because you're gonna win more than you lose. It's not gonna make a difference if you don't take full profits. Most of the time we're having like 6-7 wins, then a loss, another 6-7 wins, then a loss. So you're not going to be affected by just 1 or 2 pips that you don't take a full profit. You got to start taking profits even if it didn't hit your exact price level or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. I need to find a way how, because if I put like I put an order and I put the take profit there, like how do I know to close earlier? Like if price is going to hit my take profit, and so that's usually I wait. In the past, I would move the take profit just to have it more, but now I just leave it there, and yeah, I wouldn't know when to close it.
Look, before you didn't know that this was going to happen to you, right? You didn't know that you're going to end up closing a lot of probably a lot of wins that you could take. You would end up just closing that break even because it didn't go one more pip in your way, so you can
Yes.
close everything. You didn't know that this is going to happen, but now you know. Now you know that this is happening to you, so don't let that happen again. Simply, if now you have a 10 pips take profit and the price has gone almost there, it's almost there, it's another 1 pip, you go, okay, I'm closing, it's done, I'm taking the win. It doesn't matter if it's not fully, it's a win. 1 pips is not going to make a huge difference at the end of the day. Take the win because you know that this is happening a lot to you. You win some consistent trades, then you go back again and you see what's happening. Is this working? If it's not, you do something about it. You you just have to win some consecutive wins um, right after the other. After every setup you take, It doesn't matter that you're not taking fully, you just need that confidence back. You need more trading, you need more wins. More wins, more wins, you get the confidence back. And I've said before, in the beginning, I used to take these small wins every time. I need to take small wins because I needed to build the trust and get some consistent setups. It didn't matter that I didn't have 20 pips in every single setup. I would take 10, I would take 9, I would take 11, 15. It didn't matter. I just needed a lot of wins to build that confidence. When you get to a point where you're very comfortable and it doesn't matter if it hits your stop or not. It doesn't matter if it goes like close to take profit and doesn't hit, because sometimes you get to a point when you can afford to just leave the trade run. It's one pip almost at take profit, but you can afford just to leave. And it depends also on the setup when you can just leave the trade go on, because there's a big chance that price might continue a lot more. And there's times when you know that there's a chance it might come down all the way down, just for one pip or two. I don't know if I can find examples now, but
Oh, you can find like a trade I took yesterday in the afternoon was GBP USD 1 hour.
yes. So first of all, this trade was very risky. I don't know how you took it this trade, because look, you had only three candles here.
Yes.
You had only three candles. This is a fresh support. I wouldn't trust this almost never, because it's just too risky. You had three candles just rejecting, and after this, huge drop, you decide to take it. Okay, maybe this support is not that strong, but let's say you took it based on momentum, because there was good momentum to the downside, and you anticipate that price is going to continue to the downside at least. Now the thing is, if you want to have this perfect profit, you got to have also the perfect entry. And most of the time, you're ending up having not the best entry. That's why you're always going to end up without taking the profits, because in reality, if you had the perfect entry, you would have the perfect take profit also. But
Yes.
since you don't have the perfect entry, you're not going to get the full take profit. And that's why you're going to have to take profits earlier. That's why when sometimes I take profits, you are still in. Why? Because you either have the most of the time you have the entry a little earlier than me.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
we all take profit, and you end up still waiting for it to push more. And actually, it might be a zone or something, and you get pulled back all the way to the upside, and you end up without taking a win at all.
Yeah, yeah, that happened because when I started the first month or two, it was happening a lot that the price didn't retrace until the closing of the candles where you have a level now, but it was like touching the wicks as you signed before, and going in the direction. So I was missing the entries. So that's why I start to enter earlier, and that's what's happening now. So I don't know if it's just my interpretation. But that was happening. The price go doesn't hit my entry, just touch the wick and go in my favor. So that's why I start to enter earlier, and yeah,
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 but you have to know when to enter earlier. For example, GBP is a high impact pair. All the GBP pairs are pretty volatile, and entering too early might cost you. Might cost you. First of all, you look at the wicks.
yeah,
You look at the wicks. Look at the wicks. It's 10 pips range from the wicks to where candles are closed. It's too big. That's why you don't start entering on the wicks. Either the breakout, it's almost the same, so you don't have to enter too early here, because price was almost there, you know. So at this point here, 90% of the time you're gonna have a good pullback here because it's very close to the zone. If there's gonna be a retest here, it's gonna be deep, and you don't enter in such a it too early. Let's say like you have 684 entry where candles are closed. Here you can just start in 2-3 pip range. In a 2-3 pip range, if you start here, you're gonna end up with a good entry, and also just by coming and turning bearish here, you get around 7-8 pips if you entered in a 3 pips range. After that, the whole move was 22 pips here. I don't know how you ended up at break even here when there was 22 pips to the downside. Did you use?
I had something like a 20 pips stop loss. Like my stop loss was a bit lower than what you are now. Like it was a bit lower, and it almost touched it. It was like 0.3 pips for my take profit, and it was there already. Yes, and it just went to break even.
Yeah, you just had to take profit. Look, uh, risk is subjective, you know. You're using a 20 pip stop loss,
Yeah.
but in reality, price is not coming there, you know. It doesn't matter that you risk 20 pips here and now you have 15. Just take the profit because it never went there. You know, at the end, you didn't risk anything. It went straight into profit. You have 15 pips. Doesn't matter that you risked here 20 pips, you know, because the next trade, still the same thing can happen. You're gonna make another win and another win and another win. But the whole point is that we have a strategy that is consistent and gives you most of the wins. Now you don't have to worry what if I take 15 pips here, at the next trade I lose 20.
Yeah, that's my fear
Because
as well. Like in the long term, I see that maybe the losses are bigger than the take profits. So
that this is the point here. We have a proved strategy. We know that we're gonna have plenty of wins, and we know that on the long term this is not going to affect you. You're not going to have a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss. So the losses are going to cost you more than the wins. You know, you're not going to end up with smaller wins and bigger losses. Have you seen all the last trades, or most of them lately? They all are more than 1-to-1 risk reward. Almost all of them. We're using such a small stop, and most of the time we get double the move that we want. With all these, you're going to go so ahead of the trades, and you're not going to be worried about what if I take a small win now and the next one I lose big. You know, because it's not that we're not even risking 20 pips anymore. Most of the time is lower than that. It's just the market, the way it's moving, there's no need. There's no need, and we're having most of the wins. So when you have a consistent strategy, you don't need to worry about that. Oh, I risk 20 pips, I'm not taking at 15. No, I'm taking at 15. It doesn't matter that I risk 20 pips here because I already had a few wins before, and I'm still going to have in the future a lot more wins. So it doesn't matter that I'm taking a smaller, or I'm taking 15 pips and I risk 20. It's just subjective. It never went there. So in one way, you never were in a risk to lose money there. You have so many consistent wins, and it just try to make these adjustments. You know, not think what's gonna happen if I lose. What's gonna happen if I win this and lose next? You know, because you gotta aim for the wins always. Win about the current one. Am I gonna win this? or am I going to lose? If I win, it's okay. We go to the next one, the next one, and the next one. The next one is always going to be a very good one after this because we don't choose um, bad setups. Every setup it comes is better than the previous. Every setup comes is better than the previous. We wait for clean setups. It's very rarely that we take a trade and we're in full doubt that it's gonna go against us. Most of the time, we're like 99% sure what's gonna happen there, and 99% sure about our setup. So try to take profit. Doesn't matter how big they are. It matters to take the profits. Consistency is what makes us different.
Thank you so much.
No worries. I'm here to help, bro. Don't worry. We're gonna fix it together. It's not a big. It's not a big problem. It's not a big problem. It's not that you're having too many trades against you. You see the problem that you have. You don't have a problem that you can't win. You have a problem where you don't know when to close. So it's a big difference. You are winning, you just don't know where to close, and this can be, an easy fix in the future.
Yeah. Like in the last 2 weeks, I saw so much money on my account that just go away. Like green, break even, and green, and break even. And I see this saying hello and goodbye. And it's a bit, yeah,
Bro,
it's
that's the worst feeling when you are full in profit and
yeah,
it all goes against you and comes back into profit, and now you just end up making bad decision after.
Don't worry, bro. I was the same in the beginning. I did
yeah.
all the mistakes possible. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, with you as well, Les.
Yeah.
Same. Like you enter later than me. I see that I enter earlier, and I noticed that as well. Like I don't know, you have more patience to wait for the price to come to your, and most of the time maybe it take my enter, it goes in profit, and after it goes in your enter. And when you enter, I'm in drawdown. And when you take profit, I'm still waiting to come to profit and. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
to break
all
even.
it all depends, bro. Because sometimes it doesn't come enough, and I will miss a trade. So,
Yeah, that to
uh,
me, I don't like
but
the feeling. I don't like it's almost entering and it goes. I
yeah,
like it because you say, oh, it's a good analysis, so I like it. But at the
mm.
same time, I would like to take all of them, and I ended up not losing, but like losing the profits. Like
And I noticed that you all sometimes use too big stop, but it's not always because you enter in calorie. But sometimes you just use too safe stop, and then you have to make too big profit. This is
yeah,
also, yeah, I did it also in the beginning, but yeah, no, we just need to use the most probable stop like said use.
yeah, with the stop loss, I always
Yeah.
go under the candle or up the candle, the break one. I never cut the candle. So yeah, 20 pips, 15, 20, 15, 20 stop loss. So I need to wait long,
Yeah,
take profit.
sometimes it's not necessary, and there is also other thing because yeah, lastly we were maybe a little bit unlucky, and it was like full losses when we
Yeah,
uh, but if we look on the average, we we don't take full losses. If you take our like 100
yeah,
last losses, it will be like maybe 0.5, 0.7 of the full stop loss. You have to calculate this is your real loss. And I see now in my trades, because in lastly I used to take like less than 1 to 1 even
yeah,
because of the market.
yeah,
And and but my real profit loss ratio
Yes.
is still over 1 to 1 because we also cut losses. You have to remember that. So
Yes. Yes.
it's not you know, if you take a little bit earlier, it's okay, because sometimes we also cut the loss and we don't
Yeah.
take full loss.
This is a bit counterintuitive for, like, before I was trading on 1 on 5, 1 on 4. So I used to have many more losses, but the winner were like much bigger, and accounting profit, but just a little bit in profit. So not compared to the 1 on 5. So now, like, to think about 1 on 1, it was like, ah, you're crazy. And now to think about less than 1 on 1 is really counterintuitive, It's
Yeah,
from where I'm coming.
I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's completely different strategies, and
Yes, yes.
you can profit with all of them, and you
Yeah.
can lose with all of them.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Leszek, you see now your way of training is gonna change a bit, because
Yeah,
you're
of
not in
course.
a challenge anymore.
Yeah, yes, but I'm planning, of course, start next one.
Mm.
I want more, but not now, not yet. Now I will move to another place, and mm, then maybe we'll start the next one.
Yeah. First, focus on this one, then we'll see after.
Yeah,
Try this one first.
Do you want to see NJ?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube guys are saying that they can't hear you very well when you speak from Zoom. I'm trying to increase the volume so they can hear you. Uh, can you take a look at USD CAD? Yeah, let's take a look at NJ first. So you think about this level?
Lower.
A
Because
lower
I was,
this one.
yeah, but I didn't like it because it faked out earlier, and now the break is like, the breaking candle is not the one I like. So yeah,
Well, it matches with the
yeah,
level on the left,
that's why I have the level there is 4 hour level.
but it's not perfectly safe. Take it.
Yeah,
It might be a confusion because you have a few rejections here too. It's not a good level to say it's gonna turn into a fake out, but it can happen. So I think I'll just look for a better setup if I can find one.
so
UJ looks like it has a good level here. Let me check the 4 hour. Ooh, the 4 hour is massive. A very good resistance. Look, USD CAD, it's not doing anything, to be honest. Just skip USD CAD. Right now, there's no current setup here to think of. You see, just bullish candles. There's no support or resistance form yet. We need some kind of consolidation before we take a trade here. See, we need some kind of this, support or resistance. Right now, do you see one here? No. It's just pushing and dropping slowly. On 1 hour, you do have this kind of resistance, maybe if you can call it, but nothing strong enough to take a trade here. Just skip it for now. Nick sent a chart with a GJ here and said it might work. I wish this was rejecting also at the same level, and maybe we would consider this. Right now I'm not very sure. The 4 hours doesn't really have anything, and a little bit hard to trust this because yeah, GJ faked us in a way better levels than this, and trusting this as much as we trusted when it broke this massive zone here wouldn't be okay. I think it's too risky. What were you saying, Andra?
That here is true that I see free traffic on the left on the 1 hour, but if I go in the 4 hour, that free traffic actually is levels. So it's it's a place where you could retrace and fake out this. Like I see this is weak level, but if we put 4 hour on the left, it's not free traffic. I'm not sure if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one for example.
Yeah, this is some kind of zone here because we do have a few rejections. I don't know if we can go a little bit far maybe, but
No,
it's too far. There's no need. We can see this, yeah. It might be, and also we had these rejections. The zone, yeah, we can draw the zone lower a little bit, but still I don't know how much we can trust this. First time you can see that it pushed above if you're thinking about this zone, because we have, I think, more rejections here. I mean, it might work, but it's dangerous.
It's not a solid zone in my opinion.
I'm skipping here. I don't trust it that much.
Can you check New Zealand US dollar?
Yeah.
But it's not for now. Yeah, but I was thinking a little higher. I sent the chart also on the top, but yeah. Maybe.
Let me see.
When it breaks everything.
Yeah, when it breaks the whole range.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense that also. You can see.
There's two zones. Yeah, this maybe
there's
it's even
two zones,
a little bit.
But not a little bit. It's a way. This is just 2-3 candles. It's a whole day maybe of rejections, and
but I would like to see it breaking both. Like
But the thing is, you already have a fake out here. See how it closed above, it didn't continue, went straight to the back in the range and did the retest and continuation. Then it came back again, 1, 2, 3, it's a fourth candle, rejection again, the same zone. Now the thing is this gonna make a double fake out? I wouldn't think so, that this would make a second fake out same zone. And most probably if we get a good close, I think we're gonna have some continuation after. Surely.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's...
I would like to see it like closing at least a few pips over the top zone also.
Yeah, if it closes even above this a little bit, even better. But I think if it breaks a second time, it's gonna be time to push up after, because it would make sense to have a double fake out. And let me see just the 4 hour. I want to look if it matches the same. Yeah, pretty much. And look at the last two candles on the 4 hour here, how they're setting up to push up. See the setup that they're making, and this most likely is going to continue up. a whole pullback from support, and you have all these 4 hour candles closing here, and this goes all the way and closes bullish, and the next 4 hour opens, makes a small pullback and pushes up. Now the only reason why this is not pushing yet is because we have a 1 hour zone just here, you know, and once this breaks, that 4 hours coming all the way up here to the next zone. Just the way candles are forming on the 4 hour makes perfect sense to have some more continuation. And the zone is perfectly on point with the left side. So this is free traffic after. This whole move is free traffic, almost 30 pips to the upside.
If you look on UJ on daily, it looks bad, but it's
That's the next one I was wanna look, the UJ.
No, I think I skipped UJ2 because there are a lot of levels or
yeah, and
price
check
level when
daily. It's very bad.
no, I'm skipping UJ. Ooh, mistake sells, guys. Mistake sells on UJ. Okay, perfect retest on the daily. Yeah, I mean the first point is that coming from another zone. Otherwise, it would be a very nice daily retest, and it probably is gonna be a daily retest. It might start rejecting soon, but no, about buys, I don't think so. Because there's a mess. It's just a big consolidation zone there. We don't want to take anything there and get stuck in it.
Maybe out USD. It's there is a level, but I'm not sure how strong it is.
I didn't see anything on AUD, USD, Aussie dollar. I saw something here,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know. We're having like the last 4 hours rejections at the same level, but this comes the problem. You have a zone just a little bit above, and once it's like this, two zones in between, try to skip. It's not good. I think we wait for NZD US dollar here. Let's see what happens. We have a few more minutes. If we have a good close. By the way, your cat pushed 100 pips after the. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Unfortunately, we don't have luck here. Very bad luck. See, wow, 100 pips. But yeah,
Bad boy.
I was not mad. You know, 99% of the time we're always right about direction of the market. It's just we get caught on these kind of fake outs sometimes. Otherwise, yeah, this would have been a perfect trade. You know, it just messed up here. You see, such a weird pullback. There was no need at all for this pullback. It's just some stupid pullback. And look, the whole move. This would have been easy. More than 101 was reward here. Would get a lot more. But I guess was not meant to be, so we move on. We have a good chance coming up here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Nick is saying that he's noticing that we have a deeper pullback on London open, and I agree. Like usually, London open is the best time for people that trade fake outs. So liquidity grab and stop loss hunting. So what do you think, Seth? Seth, do you hear me?
Yes, Sandra, sorry.
Okay, okay.
You're talking about the pullbacks that happen in London Open, deep pullbacks.
No, no, no. About the message that we have on Zoom from Nick, that he said he's noticing that the deeper pullbacks happen in London Open,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I know.
think it makes sense because that's when usually the market does big retrace, stop hunt, and after keep the trending if it was trending before. Uh, if it was a consolidation, usually the London Open they do a big fake out, especially Monday at the beginning of the week. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it happens that we have these deep pullbacks on London Open. Then you have a whole move. It
Yeah,
happened a few times before, but it's an easy problem if we wanna uh, prove that that is happening every time. You know, we can just try to adjust the stop loss, even if we think that it doesn't, it doesn't make sense to go too deep. We're gonna use a bit of a bigger stop loss maybe. But the point is, you can get that kind of deep pullback, and then the move to the upside is gonna be the same. At least if we're gonna have a deep pullback, hopefully we have the same kind of push to the upside also, so we don't have that imbalance, or how can I say?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
doesn't
but
happen.
it's
Yeah,
just it's not gonna happen every time. You know, these deep pullbacks, they're not gonna
yeah,
happen every
even
time, but they can. Now that I thought, they can happen on these kind of pairs, the pairs that are more volatile. The pairs that are
yes.
more volatile, like your cat or GJ or
Euro USD does that. Yeah, I think we have one yesterday on if you wanna look out USD, but that happened in New York, pre-New York Open. That's out USD 1 hour. I saw it yesterday. So I had the level here. This was a level, and there's a breakout, and after it becomes a fake out, and it worked on the opposite. Like it went breakdown. That was a fake entry here. That was a fake out, and the trade was the opposite. Was here and to go up.
yeah,
But this
yeah,
one
I can
happened at
see.
pre-New York. This one happened like 1, 2 p.m.
I see. Let me check first.
Yeah.
Okay, so the breakout is around 6-7 pips. First place. I think now that we're gonna look at higher time frames, there's gonna be a reason why it got rejected. This one probably. But the thing is, the 1 hour close below, it's a pretty decent zone. It's not a major one. A daily, yeah, pretty much the same. It might be just it wasn't not strong enough, and the zone also was not strong enough. We had a few decent rejections here, and actually, yesterday on stream, I think I was more about buys here than sells. It's always, for me at least, when a pair is going all the way to a downside or trending, and at one point it stops and makes a small consolidation. I'm more comfortable taking buys if it breaks to the upside than sells to the downside, because most of the time you're going to be at like a major zone most probably. and it's a little bit more complicated, but a small pullback is always easier for me. So the fake out here, I don't know, maybe just a pure fake out. Maybe this is not even a reason why the fake out happened, or the time of the day, or there was some kind of news. Plenty of reasons can be found, but I see what happened here.
What do you think of EU? But
E-
it's not so clear.
EU's been the best, I think, lately. Like we have a very good win rate lately with EU and gave us
Yeah,
some
check
big
it
wins.
if you can.
I'll check it now. Just someone is asking a few times about USDCHF. I believe it's gonna go for longs for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week, long. Okay, so we're not talking about long term here. All we need is a short term trade here. So if we base this in our strategy here, we have a very nice consolidation box, and price is trying to break that, and after that it looks like we have clean traffic all the way to the upside. Is there a chance it's going to continue all the way up? There's a chance, especially if we break above this current resistance. But I don't trade USDCHF most of the time, so I don't quite trust it that much, and that's why I skip. Euro US dollar. What about Euro US dollar, Leszek? I have a.
To break down under this, but
It's
not so clear.
it's not a good level. You know,
Yeah,
when I woke up in the morning, I was thinking about buys after this.
yeah, I was yesterday before I went to sleep. It was before it broke. I thought it will be nice break today, but it broke the night for me in the Asian market.
In the morning was good, but I had doubts, and I was glad that I didn't take this. Good thing I didn't take it. Let's see. Just waiting to see what happens. We have the close in 8 minutes, and we find out who's giving us a break, who's not. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Let's see how the US dollar is gonna close. We need a good close, a way better close than this. It's not good enough. It doesn't matter that it's closing above, we need a more convincing close to the upside, otherwise we can really trust it. Euro USD will tank to 1.10xx level. Well, I hope for you it drops, my friend. Sir, how many trades do you take per week? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your question. Sir, I think, I don't know how many trades, because it depends from a week to a week. But we try to take at least 1 or 2 per day. That's what we try at least to do. But not always we get what we want. Last week we took a lot of trades actually. I don't know, 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but plenty of them. Or 6. I didn't count them, but I think there was plenty. We had 2 trades on GJ. No, 3. We had 3 trades on GJ. We had a trade on EURUSD. We had a trade on AUDJPY. So we're on the 5 trade. This week we have 1 until now. Yesterday we started. And we had a loss. Started with a loss with EURCAD yesterday, and now we're looking for a trade to make that back. NZD USD buy, still not yet, but we're thinking about it. Have you had Chinese stocks have collapsed? I don't understand your question. Have you had Chinese collapse stocks? I don't know about stocks. I don't know. Somebody asked about GBP USD long setup. I don't know what to say you, my friend, but GBP USD right now it's pretty bearish. It's pretty bearish, and the daily looks like it's making some kind of retest, maybe for some more continuation to the downside. It might easily go all the way to the downside again, and maybe fill this range. I mean, the setup I see on the daily makes perfect sense to drop here after it makes this retest. Maybe a little bit higher than the rejection, but makes perfect sense to continue. The way the candles are formed. Or maybe it dropped a lot already and it's gonna stay here for a while. But based on the setup, I'd like to see this go all the way to the downside. It's just this is on the daily, so we're not gonna have a move for an hour here. Things may take longer to work out on the daily. How about CHF JPY? Well, we don't trade that, but we can take a look. Of course we can take a look. Let's see what happens, what's happening. CHF JPY. Oh my god, we have so many levels here. Wow, CHF JPY had a big consolidation box. CHF JPY 1 hour does have a good level. Looks nice, no top wick. NZD US dollar 4 pips on break, no. Come without a top, no, it's too weak. I'm skipping it, it's too weak. It might work, there's a chance it might work, but you know, this turned into a fake out. What about this? Even a smaller breakout. I'm afraid I'm gonna skip it. But the thing what I like is CHF JPY. Honestly, it looks pretty nice. A clean setup there from what I see. USD CHF, nice close all the way to the downside. Below the zone. Let's see, I'm just curious to see if the break Harita is gonna work here. Even though we do have another zone here. Just here we have another zone, see? We're in between, but since it dropped this much, I want to see how it works out. Is it gonna respect the zone or not? CHF JPY is in a pretty good position. To push more and continue to the next zone. It looks perfect. Is the zone very strong? Maybe not the best, but it looks clean. Look at this. My god, this is perfect. No top wick, no top wick. Closed above. This one's coming straight for the retest. I wonder if it's gonna come all the way down here or not. It may reject earlier, but this will probably make a wick. It's gonna push to make a wick here. It's for sure, that's for sure it's gonna happen. 90.9%. No, 99.9%. It's a lot of waiting yesterday and today. There's a lot of waiting. I was here on the PC since 6 a.m. You know, watching the charts if something was happening, but nothing happened. And now it's 10 a.m. You know, I've already been here for 4 hours now, and nothing happened. This one about to make a wick in a few seconds or minutes, we'll see. Let's just take a nap. Man, look at this on the left. There's no traffic here. Absolutely no traffic. Just free to push all the way to this next zone. Difficult to take a nap when trading? No, Bruno. It's very easy, my friend. I can take a nap right now, right here. Just take me a second or two. because there's no setup, so there's no stress or anything happening in our brain right now. We don't have to worry about anything. And also, if you are in a trade and you take a nap, you're probably gonna dream either that you're in deep profits or you lost everything. You guys, do you guys ever see like you saw a dream that you're in deep profits? If you're a trader, you must have had a dream like that you were in full profits. If you stream at 6 a.m., we will be here too. Yeah, but there's no movement at 6 a.m. It doesn't happen anything, you know. Pairs just all the pairs are sleeping at that time too. Yeah, one guy that's pretty popular, like a millionaire or something like that, said that if you didn't see the way you're gonna make millions in your dream, you'll never be a millionaire. He said something like this. I guess might be true, I don't know. One time, I was pretty sure I was thousands in profit during the night because I had USD Mexican pesos buys and I had like 20 lots or something, and I went to sleep. I was in a small profit, and during the night, I don't know if I dreamed or something, but I was like 20-30K in profit at one point. And then when I woke up, I thought that, you know, during the night I checked the phone and I was fully in profit and I just didn't close, I slept. So when I woke up in the morning, I saw someone that posted something about USD Mexican pesos that during the night it spiked to the upside in some brokers. There was a spike to the upside, like a big push. Then price came back to where it was, and then I went crazy because I thought that it really happened, because there was other people also mentioning the same push. But at the end of the day, there was no sign that that happened in my broker. Anyway, when you're talking about XLOC, what does it mean? XLOTs. How do you mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Visualization is very important. Most millionaires do it. You should watch videos of Michael Phelps on visualization. Maybe I'll watch some. We were talking about taking 20 lots before, yeah? And after that, what's the question? At this point, when I said 20 lots, I meant that had a lot of positions. And it was possible that I would be in deep profits during the night or something like that. I meant to say that it was very realistic and believable. That's what I was trying to say. Had a lot of signs that it really happened. To hold trades, day trades overnight is risky. Yeah, that was back in the days, when we didn't know about break and retest. Because now the trades don't last more than an hour. Sometimes they're done in like 10-20 minutes. The worst thing is to go to sleep with trades open because a lot of things happen and you're just sleeping with 100% stress. Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. I don't know if that's true, but imagination helps a lot. People get more creative having imagination. People have a big imaginations. EA on 4 Hour had a textbook set up at 6 a.m. GMT. Let me. Oh, Afzal, were you awake during that time, my friend? I honestly didn't check EA on the 4 hour because I would probably see that, but I didn't check the 4 hour. The 1 hour looked messy, so I skipped. But wow, the 4 hour was good. Clean 4 hour break and retest. What lot size do you use? It doesn't matter. 10s, 20, 10 lots, 20 lots. Sometimes I enter 20 positions, all of them one lot size. Sometimes two lots in 7, 10 different positions. Whatever I feel like. Sometimes if I'm a little bit lazy, I just enter a 20 lot size. People sometimes think that when I post a chart with one lot, they don't realize that I have 25 positions open. Like, oh, you're just trading one lot, it's nothing, but having 25 positions with one lot is different than. My trading history is so big, can't imagine. I take a lot of positions. I think you'll become a billionaire. Hopefully one day. Even though we don't really need billions, what can I do with billions? I don't need them. I barely spend 50 euros a week, and making billions, you don't really need them. If you think about it, you don't need billions. More money, more stress. More money, more stress. Less money, less stress. No money, full stress. No money, bad either, also. Average money, or how can I say it? Having money and enough to live good, a good car, a good house, that's enough. You don't need multi-millions. You ever see, like, look at Jeff Bezos. What does he do? Something that, is very, very special. He went to the moon, nothing special. But yeah, you can have a lot of things if you have money, but at the end of the day, having billions of billions, you can't really do much, it's just gonna sit in the bank. 1 million and you can already buy everything you can imagine. If you use many positions, then magic key cannot be used. No, it can. Magic keys is for that, especially for that, when you open a lot of positions, because you can manage them easier. I'm used to take a lot of positions. I do it for years now. It's easier for me and it's just one of my ways to trade. I like opening a lot of positions. Feels good when you see so many green positions, all of them in the profit. Used to be blue in MetaTrader, now they are green on CTrader. Nothing's happened now. Except if you want to gamble something, which is not okay, then you can do that. But right now, nothing is happening. Drive and listen. Maybe is the answer here. But still bad quality. I don't know what's happening with the page. Something wrong with it. Fun happens is in the house. Welcome. Good morning. Where's Beto? I don't know. Where is Beto? I don't know. He's probably busy with his things. He had no internet for 36 hours. OMG. OMG. Maybe you became a millionaire in that time. You never know. You might end up taking some big profits. Finished the soup pretty fast. Refreshing. Aussie dollar might break channel. Aussie dollar, we talked about it. There's a zone a little bit above, and there's this 1 hour zone. It's not safe. Nothing's happened, my friends. Nothing. Ninguna. What can happen here though? Because I saw this EU here. Have you ever thought about automating a strategy, or do you think there's too much of human element to it? Scott, I honestly thought that, and I think that every single day. I just don't have someone who can do it exactly as I say. You know, if I learned programming by myself, because I studied in the university, but I'm not that good. I know some of it, some basics and a few things. I know basics and some simple things to do with coding, but not at that point. I would need someone that knows programming very well, and yeah, I would automate my strategy, of course. I mean, there's human elements too, but you know, I think it can still have consistency, you know, at least more than all the other automated strategies out there. Still would have plenty of them, you know, because there are some that we miss. There are some that happen out of our trading hours. Who knows? It could have been good. But I think even if I would ever do one, I would make it a little bit so I can have a say on it a little bit, you know?
to make it like a scanner, so it shows you maybe the pop-up window. If you want to take a trade, then you just approve or disapprove.
Yeah, something like that. Just I can see, let's say, and I can do maybe some, I can touch here and there a little bit something, or maybe I just draw the levels and the positions are automated to take them or something like that. But I think it's not that hard. It can be created. We'll see in the future. It might come a point where I'll do it. You spend less time on the charts, at least. What I'm thinking here right now is a close like this on the EURUSD. I like how it's pushing down. A close like this. Then a retest and some more continuation. There's a lot of time about for this to happen, so we could see something like this. Who knows? It's trying a little bit. It's trying a little bit to push up, and we had this rejection. Do we have any kind of news? What happened to Raja? He hasn't streamed. Yeah, Raja is chilling in Dubai. That's why he's not streaming right now. Or does want to contact you for that job? Currently, I wouldn't talk much about it because I don't have the plans yet. When I make the plans, I'll announce it and see who can help me with it. Because I have to make some rules and to just create a list what to do, what to not do, and do a lot of tests and something like that. Takes a lot of time. It's not easy. There's also one, I'm watching it for a few weeks or months until now, and actually it's not a break and retest. And I never liked robots or automated robots that take trades by themselves. I never liked them because most of them sell or buy high, sell high, buy low, and they keep buying, they keep selling same time. These kind of things, I never liked them. But recently, I've seen one and it's pretty crazy. I don't know how it's working. It's kind of the same. It buys supports and sells resistance, but has a different way. I don't know how it does. It doesn't trade during the news. That's also one thing that I noticed because I saw a lot of algos that traded during the news and they blew everything. And it has a crazy win rate. But it's just in a process. We'll see. I've never seen anything like that, to be honest. But I guess if that's that good, break and retest can be the king of all of them. What's the EA called? I don't know. A friend of mine has it. It builds profit so much. We'll see in the future. I'm not gonna recommend it to anyone because I'm trying it myself first. Herman, what do you think about EU? You think it's going up or down? NZD US dollar. Nice push. See, we would catch this push, but it didn't give us what we needed here. We need a better breakout. And this retest and would be an easy setup there. But right now it didn't do that, unfortunately. No, the thing is to build something that you don't need to do anything, you know? If I'm gonna be here, I'll trade by myself. But if I'm gonna have a lot of investors on it, then I'll be watching it, of course. I want to have a say on what happens there. If I can adjust something, adjust zones, or take profits or stop losses. Skip this topic for a while until we make some rules and some preparations. I don't know how banks trade, but I know a guy that I met and he works for a bank and he trades for a bank. And imagine he traded for years for the bank and he made them so much money. But they do have a lot more information and they have algos and all of these kind of things. But the thing is, he never knew that he can trade by himself too. He could have been a multimillionaire just by trading what the same way he does for the bank. Crazy. He never knew he can trade by himself. I don't know why he never did the research or something. Dersi sent this chart earlier and I forgot to watch it. EJ creates a better level. EJ, this is a very good level. If you go back and see the 4 hour, looks how good it is. Maybe a little bit higher, but the 1 hour is currently here. We would need a pretty nice, decent breakout above to make this happen. Can you work for a central bank and trade? I don't know. I don't know. But I guess you can find a way. Like they do in the movies. Hi, I'm a scalper. I manage to consistently profit, but manually entering each position is time consuming. I see a video on YouTube about Magic Key. Do you have any suggestion about using for risk management? Yeah, of course. Magic keys can be very, very, very useful. Very useful if you take a lot of positions. Yes, of course, can be useful. It has everything you need. You also have the software now. I don't know why I didn't get the software of Magic Keys, to be honest. You can buy it uh, like I have mine, or just take the software and it's on your screen. But you know, we like to touch buttons, so it feels better to have it here. This is the new one. It's getting better and better now. Time to time. You have all the options, what can you do and what not. Here's an example. Sure, I'm gonna watch this. Yeah, it's good. It's very nice. Can be very useful. That's for sure. Look, it's a choice if you want to have it or not. Can you be profitable without it? Yes, you can. But if you want some help on opening, closing, managing trades, of course, can be very useful. But look, if you're in the first or in the beginning of your trading career, you don't need to have it. You know, make some money first, then you buy it. You don't need to have luxurious things without having the money first. You have the money first, then you can buy Magic Keys, you can go buy a good PC and these kind of things that you need to trade. What's your thoughts on Euro GPY? Right now we're just waiting to see what happens. We have a level here. It's pretty good. Maybe a close above. We can take some buys on the retest to the upside. We'll see. The digital version is still good. Yeah. So also the digital version is very nice. It's cheaper, I think. Yeah. Last night's trade failed because the retest candle went above the breakout candle, filling the wick to the left. I don't see that as a reason. If you're talking about EuroCAD yesterday, the loss yesterday, if you're talking about that, And you're thinking that that was the reason? I don't think so, because it was not a big move, let's say. It was just a small move. The wick was small. It filled the wick first, but nothing major because there was so much more room to push up. So that's why I didn't take it as a reason to skip it, because look, it's 4 or 5 pips. If it would push a little bit more, maybe I would consider, but you know, it's free traffic all the way to the next zone. So it was not a reason to not take the trade. Look guys, look, we talk about Aussie dollar. You can see that just a little higher you have a 4 hour level. It's in between two zones. It's too risky. What a mess USD CAD is. Look at these big pushes, big pullbacks. It makes no sense to see this chart. See, EJ is also at the daily level, and it's also a 4 hour level. It's also a 1 hour level. If we get a break, it has to work out here. It has to. Just wait and see how these candles are gonna close, and probably it's not worth waiting more than that, because it's gonna take a lot more time then. So let's see, small break and we're back. Before the candle closes, I'm here. Just a small break. Okay guys, 2 minutes we are close. Let's see. Let's use dollar now. Okay, nice push. A very nice push. Let's take a look here quick. What do we have? EJ rejection, Aussie dollar. It's not good. But NZD US dollar pushed pretty nicely. Now the question is it going to come for a retest here? And if it does, is it going to reject here or come deeper? Since there's a zone here, we can expect price to reject and come fill this range to the upside. It came pretty close, to be honest, but there's a little bit more room to push a little bit more. So another 5 pips. Yeah, it came pretty close to this, pretty small range, but since it left the wick and it didn't come to touch this resistance yet, I think there's a little bit more room to push if it comes for a retest straight here. And we do have a 20 pip range to the upside. Good. I guess it's good. I guess it's good. 7-8 pips breakout. That's good. I guess it should be the trade. The next one. Stop loss. Okay, we can use 8, 9, 10 pips. Okay, let's use 10 pips stop loss. If it comes for a retest, of course. If not, what can we do? We wait. If it fills the wick, then I'm not taking it. We need it to come right away. Otherwise, I don't trust it after filling the wick. Let me check some other pairs here. See what's happening. CUJ, a full retracement. Exactly, this is what I expected here in UJ. Daily retest doesn't disappoint. Okay, USDCHF worked out. Nice. It did respect the level. Okay, not bad. We can remember this next time we see a setup on USDCHF, that it does respect the levels. Okay, EU also is doing exactly what I expected. It's only the thing is that it didn't close very strong. It's only 3 pips, but I still do expect continuation. I think it's going to continue up. It is. There's a weak breakout above the zone, but I think it's still going to push. After this pullback, it has to. It's only 3 pips close above, and this can be traded to the small stop also. It's around 5 pips, maybe not more, because if it comes until here, it's probably done. Most probably. If this was a better close, I would definitely take this. Even now I'm thinking of taking it, but you know, I don't want to go against the rules, so we better just wait for NZD US dollar. NZD US dollar looks more safe, and clean. Buys at 0.70 420. This is what I expect here. And EU is probably going to reject now and push. I think it's going to fill this small range first. It's almost 10 pips and maybe a little bit more after. If you look to the left, isn't the US dollar coming from another level? Look, the next level is this one. It's not exactly coming from it because it needs to push another 5-6 pips more to come to this next level. But it came pretty close, but still there's a little bit more room. And this is like a 20 pip range. I think it has to work out. Since it didn't touch the next zone, we might still be able to take this. It pushed a little bit, didn't fill the whole wick yet. So I guess it's a chance still taking this. We gotta wait. I don't know how long this is gonna take, so I'm gonna have to go now. But remember, buys at 0.70420. Stop loss 20 pips. The whole range is around 20. So you get 10, you secure the most, you leave some run. Easy. It's nothing complicated there. What if this happens to be a fake out? There's two things can happen in terms of losing this one. If it comes all the way to the downside, there's a chance it might come straight to your stop loss. That's one option. But there's a chance that it comes and closes below the zone. It comes for a retest and then push down. If that happens, we have a better chance of taking no loss or a very small one. So a close below the support means it's going to be a fake out. So you either take a half loss or something, or you wait for a pullback after it closes below. So you can just get out at entry, at break even, and not lose anything. How about Aussie dollar? Aussie dollar is a no for me. It's not a good break. Actually, if you look at it, it's not even a breakout. It's not even a breakout, still there. And it has a zone just here. If you go to the 4 hour, you'll see this is a pretty good zone. I wouldn't be very comfortable seeing that one. As the US dollar has the 4 hour breakout too. Now, I actually didn't think about this. If the 4 hour has a breakout too, there's a chance it might come deeper for the retest of this zone. But only if this 1 hour support is going to let that happen. It's a bit complicated though. I'm thinking if we should take this or not. Good thing is that we have this big bullish candle closing above all these on the left, and there's good momentum for some more continuation. It should reject here because even these candles here that they close below, they also rejected from the same zone. So I guess we have to take it here. We'll try to take it here if it comes.
Maybe said because that's important level on 1 hour. We could have a rejection for our take profit, and it could go down lower later for our
yeah, that can happen too. But as you said, the rejection we can have here now because we're going with this momentum, and it doesn't make sense to come all the way back down here again, you know?
Yeah.
Because it would need a full recovery of the previous breakout candle. That wouldn't make any kind of sense. Oh, look at EOS, so perfect. So perfect. Such a shame that at least if we had a 5 pip close, I would take it, but so unlucky. Only 3 pips. It's an easy 10 pips here. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to go now. Thank you all for being here today. We're gonna see later on. It was a very slow day, and it still is. It's kind of still is very slow day, but hopefully New York session gets better and we have a setup today. There's some chances. Hopefully we don't pass this day without a trade. Have a nice day, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.